With the new Revenant 5 Slayer update coming shortly, the boss is rumored to have an incredible amount of health. I found a setup that is able to do incredible amounts of damage to zombies without using tuxedo armor. This is more than likely going to be the meta for slaying tier 5 Revenant bosses. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. I'm serious, don't ignore me. Go click the like button and subscribe also. Make sure to turn channel notifications on. I actually say to do that, but apparently it's important. I'm looking to stream more, and the only way to know when I'm live is with the notification button. Our streams are really fun, and I'd love to see you all there, so just sub with the bell on and let's slay some zombies. So as you know, the Bartender's Brewery is still under construction, which means the Rev 5 update is not currently released. However, we can expect this to be any day now. They are working on the Dwarven Mines update in the background, but nonetheless, this update still has to come out at some point, meaning we need to prepare for Rev 5. And today I'm going to be showing you the most obnoxious way to destroy zombies and never ever worry about losing to this boss. Now, for the sake of this video, obviously I'm not going to be using tuxedo armor to maximize my damage because, well, you're going to die in one hit, or two hits if you're using something like a Phoenix Pet for whatever reason. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using a armor set that actually provides a good amount of health and defense, just to make sure you're going to be able to survive and take out these zombies as best as possible. So, I'm looking to deal the most amount of damage to a zombie. Now, obviously, getting a Reaper Falcon was the #1 play. As you can see, a lot of people are going to tell me I'm saying Reaper Falcon wrong. I don't care. This is how I pronounced it for like a year, so I'm just going to pronounce it this way. And I went to the auction house and I'm like, alright, you know what, let's grab a Reaper, Falcon, whatever you want to call it. And of course, Hypixel's broken because I'm recording. Allow me to briefly interrupt this video to tell you all about channel memberships. Near the subscribe button and also at the top of the description is a link to become a YouTube channel member. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, YouTube channel members get cool badges by their names that show how long they've been a member. You also get a green name and no chat cooldown during my live streams. Just for joining, you get access to all of my past live streams, which is an exclusive perk. Additionally, for those willing to be a high tier member, you can get a custom super fancy role in my Discord server for exclusive chats with me, as well as the ability to play private games with me when I announce it. It takes less than 30 seconds and means the world to me. Now back to the Reaper Falcon. So as you can see, this is the sword that of course deals 200% extra damage to zombies, and you receive 20% less damage from zombies when you hold it. Its base stats are 120 damage and 100 strength. Now I was looking throughout, what's the best enchants? We could put Smite 7 on this boy, we could put Smite 6 if we don't want to spend too much money. Sharpness 7 obviously is going to deal less damage since we're going to only be hitting zombies, and the Reforge is going to have to be Withered because it provides the most amount of damage. But there's one more enchantment that I haven't talked about, and that is going to be the One for All enchantment. This removes all other enchantments, including telekinesis, because for some reason whenever I put telekinesis on it, it deletes it the next time I switch lobbies. But it increases the weapon damage by 210%. So you can see that this now has a weapon damage of 465, and since it's recombobulated with Fuming Potato Books and the Withered Reforge, we're going to be getting 295 strength. And this, of course, is included with the extra 200% damage dealing to zombies. Check this out. I'm going to hit a zombie. Just. That's right. Over 1,000,000 damage to zombies. I currently have my talismans. They're actually all recombobulated. This is a maxed out talisman bag with the optimal build for damage per hit outside of dungeons. So this is not including things like attack speed yet. This will be something I'll probably cover in a later video once the update comes out, but for now I'm going to show you how to deal the maximum amount of damage to zombies. So I currently have every single one of my talisman reforged to shaded. I tried swapping around between forceful and strong and some of the higher rarity ones, and it turns out that I was dealing the most damage by just setting all of them to shaded. So that's what we're going to be sticking with. Of course, that's probably due to my exact foraging and combat level. So your talismans may require slightly different reforges than mine, but as you can see, I'm dealing over 1,000,000 damage. Now, obviously, this is going to be helped because of my Ender Dragon pet. If I switch over to something like a Wolf pet, which I would recommend a lot of people use if you're trying to grind combat 50, I'm dealing about 780k. I did actually slap on a Tiger Crochet plushie on this, so I actually have 35 attack speed, so I'm able to hit things a little bit quicker. This is what I would recommend you use as a pet if you're going to grind Rev 5s to get to combat level 50, just like I plan to do. But for the sake of damage, we're going to be sticking with our Ender Dragon pet. It is tier boosted, so this isn't actually optimal, since I could put a different held pet item on besides a tier boost core and deal slightly more damage, but you know what? we're just gonna go with the best I possibly have. Now, here's my armor. I'm actually gonna have to zoom out for this because there's a lot of armor stats. I'm using half a set of Ancient Shadow Assassin armor. It's going to be recombobulated, and it has the little Livid Fragment tier upgrade for higher stats. I don't know if the tier upgrade boosts the strength and crit damage, but I did it anyways. And this is pretty much the stats of these two pieces. For the chestplate, I didn't want to buy a Shadow Assassin chestplate, and it looked like the Zombie Knight chestplate actually dealt a little bit more damage because of strength scaling. So I'm using a maxed out Zombie Knight chestplate for 85 strength, 30 crit damage. Of course, the higher your Catacombs level, the higher crit damage Ancient Reforged will give you. Now for the helmet, I was thinking about using something like a Shadow Assassin helmet, but it turns out the Crown of Greed is obnoxious. It's super powerful as it increases your base damage by 25%, but it costs the weapons base damage in coins. So every time I hit something, I lose 465 coins. Which, you know, it does add up over time, but hopefully if you're gonna be buying a setup like this, you're gonna have a lot of coins to spare, so it's not gonna be too much of a problem. But if it is a problem, you can always switch it out for something like a Shadow Assassin helmet. Now, you may be thinking, well, Toad, that's not the best armor in the game for this. You should be using Necron armor, which is, you know, I don't want to pay up for Necron armor, so this is where I shout out my boy Laricus here. He's a great dude. I stream with him really often. If you guys haven't subscribed to him, like, please, if you're watching this, just click the link in the description and get him to at least 5,000 subscribers by the end of this video. You know what? I mean, it's a lot to ask, I know, but this dude, he really helped me out, and he loaned me his entire Necron armor set, and we're actually going to be putting the Crown of Greed on the Necron armor set to show maximum damage. But yeah, if you want to show him some support, tell him to go hit his subscribe button, all that stuff, and let's get him to 5k, because he deserves it. But nonetheless, here is his set. So he is using full 3/4 Mythic Ancient Necron's armor. This is the highest damaging set besides Tuxedo in the game, obviously with the Crown of Greed, and let's see how much damage this is going to deal. So this is going to be pretty much as much damage as I'm possibly able to do consistently to zombies, and look at that, 1.11 million damage. Well, just about 1.11 million damage. That's insane. That's close to being able to one-shot a tier 5, or tier 4 rev, sorry. But, of course, we will want to be doing something like a maximum attack speed build for fighting the Rev boss, which I will cover the maximum DPS in a separate video. I just want to show you the optimal setup to deal the most damage to these zombies that isn't using Tuxedo, since, of course, most of the other creators are covering things like Tuxedo, but you're not going to want to fight a tier 5 Rev in Tuxedo. He's going to destroy you. Since, rumor has it, he has, like, 40 or 50 million health, something ridiculous, that you're not going to be able to kill him in 1 second, so it's important to have some strength and defense while doing this. Of course, if we look at my EHP, I have 24,910 EHP, which should be more than enough to actually survive a tier 5 rev. So if you're looking to get a set and you have a ton of coins to spare, pick up a set of Necron armor and a Crown of Greed. If you don't have as many coins, you can obviously go with the Shadow Assassin build I have here. And most importantly, if you can't afford any of that, the most important thing to grab is a Withered one-for-all Reaper Falcon. This weapon is absolutely crazy. Honestly, it's so much damage. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'll go ahead and I'll show you the wolf damage, 825,000 when using the Necron set. This is what I'm going to be using when I'm fighting tier 5 revs, assuming nothing changes and we don't get any better items. But for day 1, the very first boss I'm gonna slay, no matter what, I'm gonna be using this set because this is just gonna be required. I'm going to personally turn my own storm armor into this set because, you know, it's worth it. It's a lot of damage. I will show just kind of a sneak peek. I will tell you, like, how to go through and make a DPS build. Basically, you're going to take all of your mythic talismans, set them to strange, and some of your epic talismans, set them to strange. Make sure you got the crochet plush on your pet of choice, and that should be plenty to get you to 100 attack speed. If I remember correctly, I was doing like 760,000 damage with a maximum attack speed build, which obviously means if you're able to swing 5 times a second, which would be the maximum you're able to swing, you'll be dealing, well, like 2.8 million damage every single second, which is crazy. You also lifesteal pretty much all your health back. Actually, no, you don't, because you don't get lifesteal on the sword. That's a bummer. That's fine, because hopefully you're going to have something like Rejuvenate 5 in your armor to get back all of that health really, really quickly. But yeah, I think that's going to just about cover it for this video. Again, thank you to Laricus for loaning me the Necron set for the end of this video. If you have any ideas, any other ways I can maximize my damage without using Tuxedo armor, or at least without using the full set, maybe one of you wants to test like using just the Tuxedo chestplate, see if it does more damage than a Necron chestplate, I don't know. But if you have any other ideas, then please do leave them in the comments, and I'll be sure to test them out, because I want to be sure that I'm able to be the best Rev 5 Slayer in the game, because it's definitely going to be the easiest way to reach Combat 50. I'm looking forward to this update. I'm definitely going to cover it, do some guides on it, make sure you all are properly prepared for it, but this is just a little sneak peek at some of the damage we're going to be able to deal, so look forward to that. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.